but I couldn't take credit for this one if I wanted to.
Sir.
Sir. All right, dude. Hello. Hi, Eski.
Hi.
Hey. Hi, bud. How are you?
We're here. We're getting through it.
Where are we?
No, things are good.
What are we? Who are we?
Who are we?
Yeah.
Why? This is the most important.
Why are we? Dear God, why? Yeah, dude, existential breakdown 100 plus episodes in. Just being like, now is the time to start panicking, you know?
True.
True.
If you haven't been panicking yet. We had a really, really bad sickness sweep through the house.
Let's talk about that. I was gonna say we didn't do an episode last week, which is fine, but these things happen. And I will say this is the first time where I've just looked at the calendar and been like, I don't remember the last time we didn't do an episode. So I think we've earned this one. It's like pat on the back.
We need a week off.
We did. I genuinely felt like we did, and I feel like we have a great episode in line because of that. Because we are back with the 1 to 10 pound case. Hello.
True. Hello. Hi. But yeah, we were sick. Everyone but Emmett got sick. And Emmett is the one that ends up in the hospital when he gets sick. So I was pleasantly surprised in a good way.
Good. Yeah, keep you guys out of the hospital, you know?
Unlike a cream pie, I was pleasantly surprised. What? Yeah, stay out of the hospital. And then Rachel was out of town for
leading up to this episode being recorded.
A couple days,
Yeah, she was at a conference doing science
things for nerds.
And it was not open sauce.
No, it was
because that would have been really cool also, but like this is cool too for Rachel's career. So anyways, plants and shit.
How about you?
Good. Little man, good. Little lady, good. Big man, me, good.
Big man, good
too.
Cave
brain. I'm pretty good. Just really stressful week at work. It's once a quarter inventory, so it always is stressful, but that's how it be, and that's just fine with me. I just hit actually date of recording 6-year anniversary at my day job, so I just re-upped my vacation. So I got what is that, like 120 hours BTO now? I can just fucking do for the next year, you know?
You can just take off.
Yeah, I got a week coming up in August. 3 weeks of the year. Yeah. That doesn't affect sick time either. But anyways, that didn't come like right away. That's like a 5 years in kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
you're vested. You're in
a little bit. I'm a little bit vested in my life outside of this whole shebang and shabbat. But maybe if you guys would like, comment, subscribe, and check out the Patreon, we could be more invested into the podcast instead. Like we're about to be with the content slew of slop we have for you.
Yes.
Eski, we'd like to remind those for uninitiated what the fuck we do here. Because if this for some reason is the first episode you're watching, which we're actually trying to play that angle these days. So
yeah, true. First time listeners, first time subscriber. What we like to do is to compile all of our things that we have seen across the interwebs because we are both obsessed. And we then share them with you, the audience member, because everyone has a slightly different experience.
Eski really wants to be this guy. And like, I really want to be this guy.
I don't understand.
Oh, you don't get the reference? So Chris Hardwick used to do Web Soup, which was a G4 version of ETV's The Soup that Joel McHale was on, which was essentially shitty viral internet clip shows before internet clip shows became podcasts.
So you mean they stole it from America's Funniest Home Videos? No,
there's a very different vibe between the two, actually, I think. I think AFV actually had to remodel itself.
Push the...
yeah.
Oh, okay. The greatest one, Rob Beardeck's...
That's the one. That's the ridiculousness. No, I mean, genuinely, I think that AFV actually held on to I liked that show a lot growing up. So for me, when I was hitting those teenage years and seeing the Soup and Web Soup, what I realized that it was less just like kids and animals, and it was more actual relevant to things happening all around you, right? The world, celebrities, in pop culture, etc. Yeah. Especially when it came to Web Soup, like video games and online culture. It was like the early development of that. So I think genuinely there was something special with those kind of ideas. But then I would say Tosh.0 became like a shoot off of that. And then Ridiculousness, which was instead of one person in front of a green screen and an audience laughing at them, there is several people on couches and a screen that is the fucking floor. And Rob Dyrdek just did a fucking Healy off it and fucking shit, dude. Like a dolphin. Chanel West Coast, everybody.
Big man. I miss Big, dude.
Everyone misses Big, dude. Do you know how
Bring him
much
back.
better that show would have been if with just him on there alone?
Yeah.
Probably no Chanel West Coast. Dude,
True.
do we need to play that clip? The viral clip of Chanel West Coast getting fucking beamed by Rob Deerdex in the dodgeballs twice in a row. Like he hits her and he's like telling her to get out of the way, that he does it again, like immediately following. Have you seen this?
I have not.
Oh my
This
god,
sounds,
this is classic. I can't believe. Hang on. Rob Deerdeck dodgeball. He chips her tooth too. Yeah. Yeah.
No shot. Oh, this is back in the day when you would record with your TV.
This was like the beginning of Fantasy Factory, and that was Rob Deerdeck being alive. Or sorry, Big Black being alive.
Big Black alive.
Yeah, so he hits her in the face. She's like, my face is numb. And she's like, move sides.
To create their jingle.
Oh god, dude.
Fucking believable, dude.
Dude, we could do a full episode of just Fantasy Factory moments, and then ridiculous moments.
What's the one where they tried to flip a monster truck and the guy ended up in the hospital?
Jackass.
That was not Fantasy Factory. It wasn't Jackass.
Oh.
It was like a Bread Bowl sponsored thing. I thought it was Fantasy Factory, but I think this isn't.
I don't know, man. We got a Red Bull athlete in this episode later, so we'll talk about that when we get there.
Whatever.
All right. It's time for McDonald's. Can I take your order? Me. No, it's mine.
It's mine. That's a dad joke for you.
That's also a moral.
And if you laughed at that, we have an important message.
You are
for
autistic. Send this to someone who is autistic.
We love you.
You are autistic.
Brilliant.
True.
Just a reminder, you guys. All right.
Have you ever been hit by a car before?
No.
Have you?
The carrot big because carrot big leaf because small leaf carrot big not leaf big size. Sometime on way to successful. First of steps of all of the steps to being successful steps are hardest of all of the steps to successing. Steps. Just because every one person going in one directional way does not meaning you are going to the directional direction to which every person which is going in. Go in your own independent in which way you are going in.
Fuck, man.
Sometime in life everything pencil and everything smoothly with pencil is going smoothly. But then, unexpected happening it is happening unexpectedly in life.
Okay.
The important thing to do is to make solution to problem, so problem is solution, solution, problem. Chair.
I'm done. I'm fucking done. I don't care if there's more, dude. Oh my god.
Chief, you mind telling me why you're in Fortnite?
Sir, another day, another victory for the OG, taking down the sweats, the imposters among us.
Master Chief, you mind telling me?
Oh god, dude, they got $15 on the Fortnite card.
They subverted our expectations with that one.
Do you think you paid your double pump phantom tax?
Don't think big leaf's carrot because small leaf, big carrot, small.
The 2024 Aston Martin DB12 represents a significant advancement of the brand touring lineup, earning the title of Super Tour. Here are the key details. Performance. It's powered by a twin turbocharged 4.0 liter V8 engine, generating 671 horsepower and 590 pounds of torque. This enables 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds and a top speed of 202 miles per hour. The chassis and handling. The DB12 features a stiffer body and chassis compared to its predecessor, the DB11. It includes wider front and rear tracks, Bilstein DTX adaptive shocks, and reprogrammed 8-speed automatic transmission. It rides on Michelin Pilot Sport S5 tires, which are designed for enhanced grip and stability. Braking.
It just keeps going and going.
Damn.
But let's actually watch the meme. Let's actually watch the funny part. Infomercial for
I want 내가 this night I want 내가
So she's Korean and she's saying you.
She's saying I.
No, I want you.
I.
You.
You.
God.
And then the K-pop stans and they're out there just defending racism wholeheartedly. They don't even understand.
She's just saying you and Japanese people. Someone's saying Korean. Americans really think that English is the only meaning of the word. Y'all really trying to cancel someone for speaking a different language. Brazilians would call you ableist for that, for the record.
True.
And we're going to fucking cover my feelings on that in a little bit here. Don't you worry. All right. God, where's this going to go?
$1,000, what would you spend it on?
I could probably maybe buy a Lamborghini.
Yeah, you probably maybe fucking couldn't do that.
If you had $20,000, what would you...
Get fucking owned, kid.
Yeah, but you accidentally slip and drop the milk.
This is so stupid.
Whoa!
This is just going gallon smashing 10 years later.
Yeah, true.
It's
true.
Because I remember how gallon smashing used to be kind of over, like you would make it like seem like you fell, but then it just turned into people would be like, they're just like flailing their arms and just like throwing on the ground. Yeah, exactly. Or like literally throwing one up as hard as you can in the air. So there is absolutely no perception that you're doing anything but that. But yeah, these kids are just making it somewhat comedic.
Sorry, I forgot to mention the reason I shared the brownie recipe in the description.
Oh yeah. 1 cup of unsalted butter, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 1 cup brown sugar packed. But we like light brown sugar, not dark brown sugar. But the mixed one, the blended, pretty good actually still.
Yeah.
4 large eggs, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 cup of chocolate chips or chunks, optional. Nuts could go in there as well if you think about it. But don't put raisins in there, you fucking weirdo. Why would you put fucking raisins in a brownie? Or cranberries. Crazy. Oh, I bet you someone put cranberries and fucking walnuts
Don't
in
put
one.
peaches. Don't put peaches in your brownies, ladies and gentlemen. You heard
Don't put peaches in my body. Weird stone in middle of hairy fruit make brain go, ah. That. Yes, actually, though.
Make you go.
I can't do it. My kid's asleep on the other side of the wall. I cannot, but I want to so much. Just tweak out a little bit there. But for real, that is why I don't like peaches, because my little kid brain was just like hairy fruit with rock in the middle. Brain nut like I can't get over it, dude. And then they're just like, oh no, it's cut up in a little cup and it's all in fruit syrup and it tastes like candy. And it's like, I don't want it still.
I don't like it.
Peach rings can't enjoy it. All right, me talking about fashion in 2021.
Bro, if you still wear skinny, it's over, bro. Baggy all the way. Yo, I really like skinny jeans. I don't think I'll ever wear something else. Like, how are you still wearing normal jeans?
Mommy, can I have Pokemon shoes? Mommy,
holy fuck!
Mommy, can I have Pokemon shoes?
Holy
shit! Nah, bro.
And this has been your weekly installment of September.
That is not the first of that format I have seen recently.
Never forget.
There was another one we actually had that I skipped over, but now I remember what it is. We're just gonna visit it really quickly. I'm just gonna find it really quick. Oh, here it is. Cool. Oh, it's gone. Sorry. It was someone. It's saying me in 2020. It's like, finally I can transition out of my body, and like it's them being trans, and then it's like 3 years earlier, and they're just like, oh. Being a boy, 10 years earlier, they're like, in 2010, they're like, being a boy, like, kind of sucks. Like, I'm going to have hair in these places. And then it's like, little kid version of this person in 2001. It's like, Mom, do you ever think about being a boy sometimes? And then it's just, Mom's like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Dude, it's not the first one of the meta, but goddamn, that was a good delivery.
It's good.
Very good.
Very well done.
Very well done. All right, black woman gives home tour in 1969.
Been in the home of a black American family? Come on in. Living room or parlor? Kitchen? And dining area. My parents' bedroom. Mine's kind of messy. Bathroom, of course. Backyard. Garage. Unfortunately, most homes in the black community don't have husbands and fathers or enough income for the mothers to stay home and take care of them. So obviously their homes won't look as good as this one.
Okay, that got like real.
Yeah,
at the end there.
I can't fucking do it, dude. That's so good. Oh my god.
It's they're being racist because they're saying
no. I am heavily aware. Thank you.
So
Thank
they're
you.
stuffing their sneakers on the basketball court.
That's not the sound.
Wait, are you implying that it's something else, like a device that needs batteries changed or something?
Smoke detector.
Yes, you dumb fuck.
Yeah.
Trying to be.
Yeah, I was trying to not be so nuanced because I thought I still have access to it, but there's another server I'm in that I don't have Nitro anymore, but we have that in there, so we like to just fuck with our friends.
And just post the.
we just hit it real quick in the middle of a conversation. I was gonna do it to you, be like what? But not gonna happen now. That's
funny as fuck.
That's why as soon as I heard it the first time, I was like, oh fuck, dude. I mean, you saw my physical. I literally had to get out of my chair. I was laughing so hard I could not sit there anymore.
Yeah. Absolutely incredible. It's a wonderful. What a wonderful. So they went to their house and then ran in with Spider-Man, and then Spider-Man ran in their house.
All right, typing on a keyboard, people.
It's just we're just slowly.
I'm not explaining that one. I'm not explaining that one. Okay, parkour. That's good. All right, I like that, man. All right, man. All right. What a great trip through Zuckland it's been just to start the show already. How far are we in already? All right, look at us cruising. I like that. I like that a lot.
Me too.
We're gonna have weird footage lost there now. We're gonna cut that. All right, fix that. Anyways, all right, cool. Good trip through Zuckland. Let's move on, buddy. But you know what? I think we need to check on someone real quick. I'm so sorry. I think it's our due diligence to see how our good friend Mark is doing before we move on, because that's right, he's back yet again.
This year we're celebrating 35 years in business.
For the $5,
Did you know we've
Mark.
come up with 6 all-new value combo coupons? And if you sign up for our email,
dude, let's take a look at the items featured when they say 6 value. Okay, so I see a pie, I see some fries, I see some garlic knots possibly. I'm seeing something with a red and a white sauce. I can only assume that is marinara and ranch, right? Maybe it's got to
be like boneless wings.
Maybe
or
it's
something.
maybe it's chicken strips. Okay.
Oh, chicken strips.
What's going on?
Combo coupon.
What do you think that is? Is that a quesadilla?
Toasted wraps or maybe quesadillas? Yeah.
It's not toasted wraps. It's a New York thing. There's no way.
Yeah.
That's boneless wings. That's regular wings right there. I'm sorry. This is boneless wings. Probably. This is regular wings. You can see that.
Oh,
cool.
I know my wings.
Right. Garlic knots, fries. I see a big square pizza. I see a circle pizza. I see another circle pizza. I'm gonna assume one's stuffed crust, one's not.
And if you
Mark, what the fuck are you? Okay, this is maybe quesadillas. Definitely got cheese
sign up
sticks.
for our email club, you'll save 15% off your next order too. Don't
use promo code 110 podcast to check out 15% off.
forget our best coupon. Buy
There we go. They got salad. They got fries.
Salad.
a large 2-topping pizza.
I'm sorry.
Burrito?
No. New value combo coupons, and if you sign up for our buy a large.
There we go. Those look like corn dogs, dude. They're pretzels. They have cheese. Has to be.
Yeah, and then that's got to be like a burrito or like a.
It could be like a flatbread thing, and or it could be what they call a calzone.
Calzone?
Yeah, could be.
Or a stromboli. Why don't you make like a stromboli?
I bet it's a stromboli unironically.
Got it.
Ooh, I bet the Mark's Pizza Stromboli with fucking
Get the fuck outta
dude.
here.
If Mark's has a 15% off, choose 2, and like it's like a medium pizza, and then any one of these fucking things, I'd be all over Stromboli and wings. Are you kidding me? Incredible. Mark's Pizzeria, everybody. 110 podcast promo code. Check out 15% off in the greater Rochester to whatever other fucking area of New York it was. We looked at the map that one time. Who cares? All right, politics, people. Let's talk them. absolutely stunning. Watch it and enjoy from the best to ever do it. Now, guys, I want to dial back something I said recently. My statement of how I don't believe there will be any direct impact from the arraignment happening very soon for one Donald J. Trump regarding this criminal case. I think it absolutely will actually have a massive effect because it's in the same week as when the RNC chooses their candidate. And I did not realize that. I was like, oh, yeah, no, that's like everything.
Yeah. True.
So basically, he has to get through that week on the sentencing and the arraignment. And
unscathed and
if he gets, well, not, I mean, jail may not be a thing. It may be a first-time offense in New York, but he also has 3 other criminal cases open. So it's,
and the Supreme Court's going to vote day of airing, and they're going to release some information about his immunity from the...
Yeah, and if they decide he's guilty, they're going to shoot him in the head live on TV in Minecraft and Roblox.
You could not say this on TV. I am going to kill the president of the United States. You could not say that.
And this is me saying that you can't say that, so I'm allowed to.
Yeah. Yes.
Very clearly. All right, let's watch what Donald Trump had to say his most recent
So I said, let me ask you a question.
rally.
And he said, nobody ever asked this question, and it must be because of MIT, my relationship to MIT. Very smart. He goes, I say, what would happen if the boat sank from its weight?
Pause. His relationship to MIT is very smart.
Yeah. Yes.
I say, what?
Yes.
MIT. Very smart. He goes,
yes, correct. He said because my MIT, very smart.
No, he said his relationship
what would
to
happen
MIT is very
if the
smart.
boat sank from its weight and you're in the boat and you have this tremendously powerful battery and the battery's now underwater and there's a shark that's approximately 10 yards over there. By the way, a lot of shark attacks lately. Do you notice that? A lot of shark.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I want to personally community notes this. This is the only part of the speech I cannot get down with. This part. A lot of shark attacks lately. Have you noticed this? Very funny. Very funny. Not true. Histrionically, very low number of shark attacks. Still,
true.
As there
Especially
always is an incredibly low number of shark attacks. There has been no spike ever in history. Because I remember being 12 and being irrationally afraid of going in the ocean. And then learning about the fact that shark attacks are actually an incredibly statistically low chance. And then
it's not even the time of year. It happens in August.
Yeah.
Dumb fuck.
In 3 places. Chill out. Don't go there. And they also tell you not to do it. You know what I mean? They tell you, don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
Don't get bit by a shark. Don't get bit by a shark.
No, they say don't even go in the ocean. You could get bit by a shark. And then people still do it. That's evolutionary, baby. Let's see where it goes with this, though. This claim of his very smart relationship with MIT.
I watched
we play both sides of
it today.
You know.
Well, they weren't really that angry. They bit off the young lady's leg because of the fact that they were not hungry, but they misunderstood who she was. These people are crazy. He said there's no problem with sharks. They just didn't really understand a young woman swimming now really got decimated, and other people too. A lot of shark attacks. So I said, so there's a shark 10 yards away from the boat, 10 yards. Or here, do I get electrocuted? If the boat is sinking, water goes over the battery, the boat is sinking. Do I stay on top of the boat and get electrocuted? Or do I jump over by the shark and not get electrocuted? Because I will tell you, he didn't know the answer. He said, nobody's ever asked me that question.
Pause.
He's
stating
so
a stupid question. Like, what's worse? There's a shark 30 yards away, approximately. It's okay. There's 10 yards. Sorry. So it's literally 30 feet away from you. And also, your boat is currently sinking with an incredibly powerful battery.
Do I get electrocuted or do I go by the shark?
I said, I think it's a good question. I think there's a lot of electric current coming through that water. But you know what I'd do if there was a shark? Or
that guy knows he's nodding.
I'll take electrocution every single time. I'm not getting near the shark. So we're going to...
This guy, going, yeah, I can get electrocuted, dude. I agree with Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going
so,
back to shark.
So just going to break down the logic of this really quick before we talk about the Democrats, actually. So being electrocuted to death is allegedly incredibly painful. Whoever said you had to die to the shark, though?
Yeah,
whoever said you couldn't just lose a fucking limb? Like he referenced of the actual history, once again, individual. What's the word I'm looking for? Empirical piece of evidence about a singular story. The one story he reaches for is not a fatal story. You die if you get electrocuted to death. Like you're dead. You are 100% dead.
Next to a really big battery.
Also, if you take a bunch of electricity through your body, you have a chance of fucking up your heart forever versus literally just losing a limb.
Yeah,
No, I think losing the limb at the end of the day, and I'm a guitar player. Like I detrimentally will rather lose a leg than an arm every day.
I'm not voting for Trump anymore because of this.
There's just some logical fallacies here. That's all I'm pointing out. I cannot get down with them. But the way this guy got down with them was crazy. He's like, yeah, brother, get electrocuted. I like that.
I was thinking top left too. He was not in the wall.
This guy here, that slack jawed motherfucker. Yeah, he might be dipping. We don't know. All right, let's see what the left is up to. This edible ain't shit. 45 minutes later.
Why do they have to Photoshop him? I don't understand.
Oh, sadly, he's not, brother. Oh, this guy. Is this Kamala's fucking husband?
I don't know. He's...
yeah. What's going on? What? Hey, Joe, you having a good time, man?
Oh, yeah, he fucking fist bumped him, though.
Oh, yeah.
He knows what crowd he's in. He's just amazed. He's just an old guy having a good time. Let's lay off him, all right?
Yeah. Whoa! Oh. Coming bad. Thanks, Twitter. We appreciate you becoming a political despot, but then also having porn directly underneath.
True. Underneath.
Very fun. All right.
Feel bad about the internet? Why don't you jerk off? Go ahead,
Hunter
buddy.
Biden, though, has been found guilty on one count of his smoke being too cuff, one count of his swag being too different, and one count of his bitch being too bad, man. Too bad, man. Rap game hitter.
Getting dumb money. Band so stupid a stack will drop a nigga IQ by 7 points. Real Neanderthal money, nigga. Real crocodile magic shit, nigga. I smoke more gooder than any nigga in your crew.
More
Weed too
gooder.
loud. My bitch too
No,
bad.
gooda.
My money
Gooda.
too long. I'm rap game Hitler.
Rap game Hitler.
My bitch, you had my money too long. I'm rap game Hitler. Oh my god. No, that's not true. All right, now a political take we can all get down with. Women with time machine. The 22 is way too small. Reagan will survive. Here, take this. Men with a time machine. A 22 is way too small. Reagan will survive. Take this. Both instances. Thanks.
Oh, thanks.
That's the shit that got Shinzo. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Shinzo Abe. Yep.
All right, now my actual political rant times. It's time,
boy.
dude. All right, so Nick Merckx goes on a tirade of sorts. It's not really even a tirade, but he does quote unquote say there is no such thing as trans people. That shit's not even real. Now, I did have the clip pulled, and it's 42 seconds of him fighting Melania from Elden Ring, which is notoriously the hardest boss in all of Souls games. And he's currently at 496 deaths at this point in time when he's fighting her. Not just against that boss in total in his run, because everyone was streaming Elden Ring ever since Kai Cenat did his little streamathon. Which this is where actually I'm going to lay my whole dick on the line now that Shadow of the Erdtree's out too. Everyone who did it after Kai Cenat is a fucking pussy. And none of you did it for the actual game of doing a cool thing. You're all just copying him. And it's a 2-year-old game, you know? He decided to bring it back up, and then he literally found out about the DLC's release date the day after he finished. He didn't even know, right? So that's why I like it, because it's authentic. It feels authentic.
Yeah, he was playing it because he
wanted
wanted
and he
to,
built that shit up, and he also got that cool Melania statue because they fucking which also we'll say Mega L from Software, because you have people who literally only make content about your games who you don't give anything to, and then you have guys that do one streamathon and then just give him the coolest statue of all time.
El Riz.
Little El Riz from Software, Miyazaki. But however, W for Kai Cenat. I genuinely do think that, though. I think that he had the right intention and just brought something really cool to people who weren't into it. But now everyone is just death running or doing I can complete this. Jinxie did one recently. Nick Merckx was doing one, which we're going to talk about. But a lot of people have quit too, and a lot of people are just persevering or doing whatever. God, Eski, what's your experience with RPGs that have boss fights?
I typically don't play them.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's fine. No. I'm finding that I was forged in a fire that others weren't when I played Kingdom Hearts games on critical and proud mode for fun as a kid.
Yeah,
like I enjoy the challenge of.
Yeah, I never beat Kingdom Hearts. I got to Maleficent's castle and I didn't know what to do. I was like 13, so I gave up.
Did you have to fight Riku?
Is that where you? I think.
Where were you?
I had already. I just didn't know where to go in Maleficent's castle. Like that was I couldn't figure out what to do.
This was me when I was 9 and I couldn't figure out Agrabah. I was like, what the fuck do I do here? I don't understand. And then I went into the Cave of Wonders and I was like, oh, there's a maze here.
So I had to finish it when I was 19.
Fair. That's just like on standard difficulty though, right?
Yeah, did not play.
Yeah, you didn't go through like or critical. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, critical mode is really fun because you don't progress your health bar or your mana purposefully, and you get no XP throughout the game, so you just stay level 1 the entire time.
I played that game for the fun of it. For the
I 1000% was in for the fun of it, but then there came a point there came a point in time where I loved that thing so much, but I also recognized the value of like the secret bosses and like the challenge of those things, and I was like, well, these are fun too. Anyways, so Nick Merckx was doing a streamathon, and he was on like day 4 of playing Elden Ring. And he goes in on trans people because basically someone says like transphobes and trans something, like basically the opposite side of a transphobe being like trans accepting, or like, LGBTQIA plus positive, whatever you want to say. They made some comment about like that being conflicting in his chat, right? On a TTS. He just goes, there's no such thing as trans people. That shit's not even real. He basically just kind of is like, that's all made up. Well, it's all made up. Like, let me break it down for you real simple. Boy, penis, girl, vagina, chick. Not that hard. And then he actually has a real clip that has some substance to it, so I will reference that. He's talking more about the idea, not saying that like people can do whatever the fuck they want. He doesn't really even say that, but he's saying he will not be forced to impose what someone else is believing, and they cannot make him say things. They cannot make him believe things. They cannot make him do things.
Sure.
So, and he's saying also a lot of his friends and people behind the scenes, don't know, and his family really, him and his wife feel this way.
He's not in no fucking echo chamber. All my wife and my friends and my family.
Here's all the people I surround myself with. It's an echo chamber.
I think the same exact thing.
Yeah. So I wanted to highlight a couple instances about just Nick Merckx and just talk about him because I've actually talked about him before on this podcast. We've had him in thumbnails and other things, and it was actually for comments before about this kind of thing. So I want to make very clear where I stand on some stuff real quick.
Great.
So number 1, Elden Ring has a boss that was a female that transformed themselves into a male that is the main antagonist of the game. Hence the quote of this tweet. Playing Elden Ring while being transphobic is insane. It's like playing Mario and openly hating Italians. However, counterpoint, I'd like to just a little bit of levity here. I argue there are a lot of people who play Mario who fucking hate Gumars. Is all I'm saying. I'm just saying. Like, there's probably people who have said Dago a couple times and meant it, like with their chest, and then also been like, "Hey, yo, this Mario game's all right.
This game's fucking all right."
You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna make that very clear. It's a funny take, and it's a good point because without the context of that too, also like Elden Ring trans, what does that mean? No, there's like literally a huge story plot about like this king, Margit, being formerly a woman. And it's like the main enemy of the game.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Which does also go to show you how I'm not saying Elden Ring's story is bad. It's really good, actually. It's just not something you pick up through interacting in the game and slicing things down. It might in a few cutscenes, but really a lot more comes from text and reading.
Yeah, and if you're not reading shit, then
if you're not reading shit, and God knows fucking this motherfucking meathead could read a goddamn thing. So, I mean, he had to have TTS play the sound for him to have his take. I'm just saying it wasn't a chat to read. It was just a thing that was played out loud for him to hear. So who knows? It also sounds like all he hears is his own voice with the echo chamber he does live in with his wife and fans and family and all the people who believe what he believes. So now let's talk about someone else. So Death Pop Dave here on Twitter tweeted about Nick Merckx being hateful and how he didn't like that, especially during fucking Pride Month of all months, on his personal Twitter. So he immediately got DM'd from him. And this is real for the record, because there is, in fact, right here, a fucking screen recording of the actual account showing it. So this is very fucking real. This did happen day of when he does this. New York, double chin, Arsler, the trifecta, unlucky brother. And he just goes, Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Now, there was another tweet Dave put out, and he's just like, I did not expect to be interacting with Nick Merckx and the MFAM clan or whatever, bullshit. Why do so many people have so much time for hate in their lives? Like, life is literally too short. I'm going to go be with my family. Peace. And then the tweet got deleted or whatever. And I'm just like, so this is what happens when you retaliate, for the record. When you say anything about anyone,
literally shaking.
If you have us, right? Like, we have no platform. We have a platform. We really don't. So this will probably go largely unnoticed. If it doesn't, Nick Merckx, you see this, go fuck yourself and eat my fucking nuts. And let's fucking pull up and see what happens. I mean, I don't care. I don't fucking care. If this ever, you think he's really going to see this? You think Nick Merckx is really going to see our fucking sub 50 subscriber podcast?
I don't like threatening online. I think that's a little bit cringe, but I understand.
And it's not a threat. It's a promise. Pull up. Anyways, that being said, unfortunately, I also will have to say I lost respect for this guy, Eric Kahn. He's a little bit of cannabis influencer. He's pretty big on YouTube. I don't dislike his videos. I don't dislike his brand. I think he's funny. I've watched him in the past, right? Unfortunately, he's a supporter of this kind of behavior. So I lost major respect. And Dave's main point here, actually, I would agree with you. He wasn't such a pussy and blocked me after he talked shit, which is backed up by the fucking thread.
Yeah.
It's backed up by the thread. What's this? Oh. Ooh. And he starts talking about shit about the Knicks, how the Knicks lost in the playoffs. So he's playing it off like he's not talking about that. And then, what's that? Oh, you can see right here. Oh, you cannot message this because you are not verified.
Unbelievable.
Cool. Wow. Very cool.
Wow.
So Nick Merckx talks shit and then runs away like a little fucking bitch. So yeah, I'll talk my shit. I will absolutely talk my shit because I don't back down on my words. That's who I am.
Okay.
News just in. Nick Merckx is the first person to get CTE from streaming. Very clear.
Yeah.
Brain damage. Fucking troglodyte dullard. Anyways, here's more damning evidence of him being a piece of shit. Did you guys know that he got forgiven for a $37K PPP loan despite being one of the most successful streamers on the platform in 2020?
Now, hang on a second.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, he got loaned $72,585 and $73,470.
That was loans that were given that were meant to be forgiven for people with businesses, though.
Absolutely. Do you think his business really needed it? Do you think his business actually suffered any kind of hit? That logistically there was any kind of actual potential loss of money?
I don't know if it's
anything. I'm going to argue no. I'm going to argue absolutely not.
I think it's the government's fault for not making it like, what is it called when you put in restrictions?
Oh, I'm not saying it's his fault. I'm saying he's a fucking piece of shit, and only a piece of shit would actually do this.
Maybe if I'm going to take money, if I can get money from the government, are you kidding me?
Yeah, because here's the thing: about, there are other people who applied who did need that money who got turned down. There's only a finite pool of money. You cannot just give infinite money.
Sorry.
And I know someone who purposely did. Dude, I understand, but you're fundamentally wrong if you have any kind of gripe with that. We can talk about that personally, really. But like, this is a piece of shit move. He did not listen. He did not have the potential to lose an employee because of COVID hitting. He did not have the potential to lose logistical money where he spend more expenditure in actually doing freight trucks. Freight for expenses for shipping in things via railway rather than this, like offsetting other costs. There is nothing you could present to me that I would see as someone who does like business and logistics, who actually has a sense for this thing. He has a sense for business, sure, for running an online platform, and your online platform didn't get a hit. In fact, I'd argue your expenditure got cheaper.
No, he probably was better. He was probably better off because of the boon that
we all know he was. Sure. And that's the whole point of what I'm saying. So only a piece of shit would act this way in the first place and think, oh, I'm going to need to do this. I'm going to need to recover from this fallout. He's been streaming for years. He's been big already. And I guarantee you we could see he's in the top probably 25 in the year of 2020. There's that amount of money on that market. That's like a month for him, maybe, and a bad month.
Yeah, which that could have been life. I understand what you're saying. It could have been life changing for people that were looking for.
It could be life changing for me, motherfucker. For you. What are you talking about? You have kids.
But like people that
have kids. Level with me.
But I'm not running a business. I'm just saying
you are actually these days though. Imagine if you had done it years earlier. No, just put yourself like where I'm at with this mentally. Imagine you had done something for yourself earlier. You literally have a business that with $70,000 injected can be a make or break saving your business. This did not happen for Nick Merckx LLC. And there's no argument that can be made there. I'm going to argue that. I'm going to stand on that business. I'm going to say
I'm not going to argue with you. I understand.
I agree with your point of the loophole of how the government, they fuck it up, dude. That's also for the record, I think he should go to fucking jail. Because the guy who, the Red Power Ranger dude, Aston St. John, who's in that whole fucking stupid clothing line with the Hitler quotes on it we talked about. Well, he went to jail for fucking doing that and claiming a false claim under this PPP bullshit. Yeah, he just didn't do his paperwork well enough, is what we're going to argue then. Like, come on. Yeah, people with extreme wealth shouldn't be able to fucking claim this.
I'm not going to disagree with you. I think the issue isn't with him. I think there's a million people just like him that didn't need it, that used it. I think the issue is just that's what happens when you don't put restrictions on.
Right. So this is where
I'm not denying that he's not a piece of shit. I'm just saying
law and public opinion are different things, right? This is where when people do things that are very nasty looking, like for example, Drake, who we've talked about a lot. He's so fucking cheesed right now, bro. But he didn't actually commit a crime. He's just been accused of many things or called certain things. Yeah. Court of public opinion is out, brother. Yeah. So this is where you do the due diligence. This is where I, as someone with a voice, and I do have this opinion, I'm going to voice my opinion because I want the court of public opinion is this guy's a piece of shit. He says piece of shit stuff. If you want to be a piece of shit with him, go hang out. But if not, if you have any fence-sitting ideas about who he is, fuck him. Also, fuck him for putting more bad news on FaZe Clan. Being one of the 15 people in that fucking group still. And you're doing this shit during Pride Month. Shut the fuck up. Just hold your goddamn tongue, dude. I don't care if people have beliefs that are contrarian or negative to other very normal, healthy views society holds. Let people love who they want to love and just mind your own fucking business. But genuinely, mind your own fucking business. And also, back foot, retort in the event he sees this and he tells me to mind my own fucking business. You're right, dude. I should shut my fucking mouth and keep making this shitty podcast and, not be you, successful streamer Nick Merckx. But I don't want to be you. I just want you to know I think you're a fucking tool bag. Sure. That's it. I just want him to know he's a tool bag. I hope he sees it. That'd be great, dude. Do you know how much joy that would bring? Do you remember the time we talked about Joe Rogan for 5 seconds and we got 300 something plus views on a fucking 10-minute video? This Nick Merckx clip would go fucking insane.
True.
Imagine if this gets eyes. I'm just saying.
True.
And I'm not even trying to workshop that on the pod. I'm not trying to fucking talk that out in this imaginary land. We get views. I don't care. But it would do numbers for us. And that's me getting a personal part. That's my injection. That'd be my injection. Put me up over 1,000 subs, baby. Let's fucking get some money into this podcast. All right. Let's talk about a real travesty, though.
Okay.
Joey Chestnut has reportedly been banned from the 2024 Nathan's hot dog eating competition on July 4th this year for representing the vegan meat brand Impossible Foods. Unfortunately, this is confirmed true by a tweet made earlier by Joey that I cannot show because I tried to pull it up. And unfortunately, the Twitter algorithm of OnlyFans porn girl, followed by unrelated thread, followed by another OnlyFans girl, followed by the first comment actually about the video, but you don't give a fuck about. And then already it's a Joey Chestnut thread, so it said 1 of 3, and you're just looking for the 2 of 3 and the 3 of 3, man. And I saw Ludwig before then, and I was like, what the fuck is this? So, Deserto has to do. Now, unfortunately, this is true. It's not necessarily true in the sense of he's representing Impossible. It's that Major League Eating and Nathan's in tandem have made a decision about that going forward. It does not affect the July 4th actually, but he has willingly stepped back from it and said you guys are going to treat me this way after all this time. I'm not fucking in. You know what I mean? I'm out with that shit.
So he wasn't banned from this one. He just wouldn't be allowed.
He would be from after that, basically.
Yeah, after that one. And so he's okay, well, fuck you.
So he's well, fuck you. Yeah, you guys number one, my actual challenger has retired and says I hunger no more, which is that is the coolest statement of all time. There's never been a better retirement quote in the history of any sport. I hunger no more is the coolest thing anyone has ever said. But that being said, it doesn't seem that all hope is lost. I was in despair when this happened because the first year I watched the hot dog eating competition was 2007, which was Kobayashi, and then the next year was Joey Chestnut's premiere in 2008, where he upset him. So I have been heavily invested in this legacy for 15 fucking years. Yeah, I wasn't just talking about Kobayashi. I think he's cool. I genuinely think he's cool. I watched that True Life episode where he sits and just down 73 sushi plates, and I was like, this is the coolest man to ever live. Because he's so shredded, but then he gets so fat for a little bit, and then he just gets shredded again.
Then he gets so shredded, then he gets so fat.
It's so funny. Yeah. All right, anyways. So, Joey Chestnut and Kobayashi have announced the Unfinished Beef. Netflix live event on Monday, September 2nd.
Congratulations to them.
Now, in lieu of Mike Tyson and Jake Paul's fight having to move from July to November or whatever it is, this is great news to actually help save
All
Netflix
is not
live
lost
events.
for competitive.
Well, they did
competitive Netflix events.
I mean, honestly, yes, because they just started doing live events more recently, and they did the whole John Mulaney show, like John Mulaney live in LA, and I watched it every night. It was great when it started airing. I really enjoyed watching a live, like, oh, this is coming out, and I've really been enjoying that feeling again of like, ooh, this TV show I can watch on the stream service at 8:00 at night on Sunday. I cannot wait for 8:00 to watch the show with Sam or like whatever. Like,
And you know what show he's most excited about, ladies and gentlemen?
Wolf Manor.
It starts with an there it is. Yeah.
Not this week. I actually am behind. The newest episode I have not watched. Episode 7 was crazy. They brought in 2 younger women who are like 45 and 48. They are, one's like a fitness influencer, Italian. Well, they're younger comparatively. Yeah, you got a 59-year-old competing against them. They look young too. They both look like they're in their 20s.
Jesus
Like the other women look a little bit more like of their age, or like, you know, like beautifully seasoned women. These girls look like they're in their 40s. They look like they're in their fucking 20s.
Jesus.
So it's upsetting the balance, right? So immediately, you've gone from an episode where the MILFs had to send the guys they liked their nudes or their lewds, and the guys who didn't get any pictures got eliminated. So you just shook up the whole balance of the house, and it's just down to people who are interested in people. And it's very clear what's going on. And then these 2 new women are injected, and immediately it just starts stirring things up. And it's probably going to be really ugly because there's this really nice relationship between one of the older gentlemen and one of the MILFs named Lynette, who had started forming this like really nice relationship. They actually had like slept in bed together like 2 nights in a row, and it was really cute. They were really cute together. I could see it working. And then the new girl comes in,
the freshman,
and she's Italian, and and literally Lynette, like the thing, like she's like, if he cooks for her, I'm gonna be really upset. And then it cuts the camera, and he's like, oh my god, I have to cook for you. And he's like Italian. I'm just like, no, Anthony, no. It's so good. That's like 1 30-second clip of the entire episode. So just imagine that. Oh yeah, the challenge that week was they had to get in their swimwear, and like a guy and 2 of the guys had to team up. So it was a younger guy and an older guy, and they had to eat a watermelon like 1/8 or like maybe 1/5, like, you know, a good sliver from between the woman's legs. And they had to rotate in between the 2 guys. They like tap in to like eat melon, and it was very aggressive. It very much looked like Munch and Box. So it was a great episode, dude. It was awesome.
So watching that live is something that you thoroughly enjoy.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about TV when we get there, but we're gonna talk about Twitter again before we get to TV again. So important change. Your likes are now private on Twitter.
You're safe.
So
You're
Elon
safe.
confirmed that too. You're safe. You're safe. Now this was very funny because this was true, and there is community notes for it now. So just for the PSA, your likes aren't really private now. If you add /likes after someone's private profile URL, you can see them because they weren't actually made secure. The button was just removed. They did get rid of it within about 4 to 5 hours of it going live, but it was really funny that it was just like this,
like everyone's likes go crazy.
It's just funny to see fucking an oversight like that even happen. This mega company that's run by this ultra rich dude. That it's just like, oh, remove the button, but actually, like, let's make sure we can still see them and make it completely insecure how we see them too. But some people suspect that this is why it would be private. Anyways,
milk your tiny penis, pervert.
Worship God Jade. All right. Anyways, cool. So here's a little palate cleanser for you guys of a little bit of my favorite words to say. So this is a little bit of trivia about unbelievable stories from behind the scenes of Blade Trinity. Let's see. Yeah, Wesley Snipes tried to fight the director. He had to get bodyguards. He was really pushing for a sex scene with Jessica Biel. That never happened, which would have been really funny. But this is probably my favorite one. Ryan Reynolds was referred to as that cracker throughout the filming. When Spin reporter Chris Perry showed up to cover the final days of filming on the set of Blade Trinity, he got the story of a lifetime. One of the craziest things he learned was not only did Wesley Snipes not refer to his co-stars by name, but he specifically referred to Ryan Reynolds as that cracker. Speaking under terms of anonymity, an executive on the film claims Snipes would say things like, "Tell that cracker to get out of my eye line," or "Tell that cracker to get his lines right." The anonymous executives said they would have to walk off the film in the first week, but the rest of the crew was working extra hard to make up for all the bad vibes Snipes was putting out. And goddamn, could you blame him? Because Blade Trinity is a fucking terrible movie. All right.
Seems like it's Wesley Snipes' problem. So
I mean, Blade 1 and 2 are banging. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. So now the kids are going to be all right, but also the kids are so fucking scuffed these days now. So Apple is introducing new math notes on iPad where users can write down a math problem with the Apple Pencil, and the app solves the problem immediately in real time.
Jesus
and with my Apple Pencil, I'll
Let's
just
take a
start
look.
writing out expressions like I would on a piece of paper. As soon as I
96
write an equal
times
sign,
28
calculator
equals.
immediately solves it for me.
It's over. Kids will learn literally nothing now.
Well, if they can understand concepts and they don't have to like waste time doing actual multiplication, but they can still move the pieces around, I think that's fine.
Oh, you
It's
could
about
add.
making it
Oh, you could
easier.
add to it too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You divide it by 2, and then it automatically does it. Then you can do a logarithm of that. Oh my god, you can do a logarithm.
I wonder if you can do like sine, cosine functions.
I
what's
can
the
save my math notes
integral?
and come back to them.
Calculus
Cosine,
shit.
sine, cosine, tangent. That's trigonometry.
No, I meant integrals.
I don't want to do calculus. I failed that shit.
I got a C- in that bitch, which was a 45%.
Or math analysis, whatever it was. Cool. Oh Lord, what did we just witness?
They have to be implants, right? It has to be like
I don't
his
know,
butt's
dude.
really not that big.
I don't know. I do that palate cleanser before I fucking pop off. Okay, so esports. Eski, we don't talk about it often, but I think it's only right that I actually talk about this thing I'm incredibly passionate about, because this is the biggest news in 13 years, probably. Man, 12.
Fucking go for it.
12 and a half, roughly. Okay, so in 2012 and
riveted.
going to 2013, they announced that we would be creating a actual regionalized league system for League of Legends that was not just a regular circuit run by MLG or other third-party events. So that way Riot could control their own product and control their own entity much more clearly. So they created the LCS for North America. Korea had OGN champions at the time, but then it became LCK eventually. So they have their own based regional leagues. Okay, many moons ago they created them. So you have like LPL in China, LCK in Korea, LCS in North America. There was the European LCS in Europe, but now it's called the LEC, or the League European Championship, right? You get it. They're all acronyms. They all have the words League, Championship, some kind of, other than China being the Legends Pro League. Yeah, Legends Pro League, which is very funny. I think it's funny to call it the Pro League of all the leagues. There's no other one that says Pro. It's just, there's nothing about China being in it. It's just there.
The Pro.
Anyways, so Valorant came out in 2020. They made a model for Valorant. Now 2 years have been running, called VCS or VCT, right? And it's pretty successful, actually. Viewership isn't like higher than league big events are. Like, they are the biggest events still. World still sets records. We just had MSI that set records of any MSI with over 4.5 million viewers globally during finals.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's huge. It's bigger than it's still growing bigger than ever. The only place that's really in a death spiral has been North America, the region we have birthed the game from, and the region, unfortunately, that I am from. I was born in the wrong country. I should have been Korean or Chinese. Damn it. Now, that being said, we've been in a death spiral for several reasons. Viewership and leadership decisions have been really bad. It's a lot of, I believe, people sitting behind drawing boards in conference rooms of executives and looking at statistics and just making the wrong fucking decision consistently. Leadership changed earlier this year when a person named Mark Zimmerman, who has been a long-standing figure in the community, both as a caster, a coach, an analyst, a on-broadcast color caster, as well as talent for an analyst desk. He's literally done everything. He is now the commissioner of the North American LCS. It started this year. Immediately, they started making changes. They released 2 of the teams, went down to 8 teams at the beginning of the year. It never really had a clear plan of what's going on there. They changed our tier 2 system at the beginning of the year as well. So teams in the league were no longer required to field a tier 2 team. So development was not being a focus on these major organizations that, for the record, get money from Riot Games. And next year, starting in this whole new format, we'll be getting a stipend from Riot rather than having yeah. So it used to be like they paid money in for a franchising spot, and then now it's actually just stipends in this whole new thing, because now they have a new format for us. You see, so down south of us in Brazil, down in Sao Paulo, is the CB LOL. Okay, CB LOL has been around for I want to say season 5. I could confirm that, but I want to say maybe even season 3 or 4. It definitely is season 4, actually, because the greatest upset in league history that Brazil has ever performed was in 2014 against a European team called Elements. They were the number 1 seed from Europe. Brazil only had 1 seed represent. There's this very funny image of the top laner where it has his stats from the game before, and he's like 0, 7, and 1. So he's only died. Like, it's like really bad. He's like smiling very awkwardly in the camera. It's very funny. But they go on to upset this team. It fucks up the group stage. This team does not get out of groups. They do not go to the bracket stage. It's one of like the greatest upsets in league history. It's also the only thing Brazil has ever fucking done internationally, quite frankly. They have one player named BRTT, who I will respectfully say that guy deserves credit where credit's due. He's a very long-standing player. Another one, Tin Owns, the current mid laner of Pain Gaming. That guy has been playing in mid lane professionally since CB LOL started, and he is currently out-careered every North American player ever. Our 2 GOATs have retired. They're gone. Yeah. They're done. He's still playing.
Crew is just
there's a lot of respect to be given to the Brazilian scene, but basically what they happen is they decide they're going to copy VCT. They're going to do an America's League format. Okay, so there's going to be a North Conference. Okay, it's going to have 6 teams from North America, 1 team from LLA. We didn't even talk. That's Latin America. That's Mexico. That's a whole separate region. Okay, and then 1 guest team from Tier 2. South Conference, 6 from CB LOL, 1 from LLA, 1 guest team from Tier 2. Okay, and then instead of having spring, summer, or like divided like formats across the globe, they're getting a more similar format with everybody. Okay, so they're doing this whole split 1 thing. It's competition within conferences. Phase 2 is top teams play from cross conference matches, and then the winner will go to a new international tournament. Okay, this will supposedly have this thing called Fearless Draft. Okay, League has this problem where there's 160 fucking characters in the game. Each team gets 5 bans. That still leaves 150 characters to be played. Okay, some are better than others inherently just based upon state of the game and what other people are playing and items, etc. However, the big problem you run into is that a lot of matches will be like just trade-offs. So a big example right now is these 2 characters named Corky and Tristana. They are both fundamentally very strong in the mid lane because they do physical damage, which allows magic damage related junglers to exist. Okay, so what's happening in pro play is that one team is picking the one, and then the other team just picks the other in response every time because it's the most neutral matchup. It's like handshaking, like, oh, you took this, well, we'll take this. Not like tactfully banning the one so you make it harder to respond to the other. Okay, so there's a lot of that. So what Fearless Draft will do is if you have picked and won a game with the characters, you can no longer pick them the next game, and it will make drafting variety a little more interesting. So they're gonna do that for the first part of the year. Then they're gonna do split 2. Top team from each one goes to the mid-season invitational, and then a regional qualifier gauntlet style in split 3. Okay, these should all be really exciting changes. These should be fundamentally exciting. Now, there's things I should immediately address though. Number 1, I mentioned there's 8 teams in North American LCS currently. They said 6 teams from LCS are coming to this new format, which means 2 teams are likely going to disband and or buy their way out of the league or be offered a buyout. Unfortunately, this also means CB LOL, who has 10 teams, is going to be taken 4 of them out. This is where it gets tricky. So I'm going to give respect due to the Brazilian side, like very clearly. They all have an academy team. So they don't have one by requirement. They just willingly all have one. So the development in Brazil is significantly better for the Tier 2, raising up into Tier 1, making their own players rise up.
There's an organic,
which is much more similar to all of the other places that have them. Europe is more similar to that, but not quite. China and Korea are exactly like that. In fact, they're even more so. They have several layers of teams. T1 notoriously has an academy, a challenger, and a youth team. Where they're like 14-year-olds they're bringing in, so when they're 17, they can go play pro. So, like,
it sounds like that. Yeah,
it's much more endemically healthy to their region, but their region's a dog shit region. They don't perform well for 10 years internationally. They hardly ever get out of the play-in stage that happens at the beginning of a tournament, and they are never a wild card seed from then on against, like, you know what I mean? They're not even like in the Bane stage playing against the big dogs and losing every game. They're out before that. Yeah. And they aren't, I'm going to say this, in the top best of 5s, they've been competitive 1 time. It was against a tier 2 region, not a tier 1 region. That's a fucking problem. So here's the deal. You get guaranteed slots at Worlds, one at least from each conference. Okay, so there will be at least one North American representative and one CBLOL representative. Possibility of one from either one being the other third, right?
Okay.
The problem with this is that CBLOL has been in this disillusioned state that they believe they were getting another slot and they were going to get to send 2 Brazilian teams because they've grown their league so much, their viewership's doing really well, and it is. It's been like 150K on average, which is like huge compared to our Death Spiral 48K this past weekend. Or like, I think it was, I did all the math, and it was maybe like 110K actually across all sources because co-streaming is a thing for the LCS, where big names like one of our goats, Double Lift, or a European influencer, Cadril, can stream this with permission, but they eat a lot of the viewership directly on their own channels.
From the main channel.
From the main broadcast, right. Yeah. So I literally went across all broadcasts of co-streams plus actual broadcasts on Twitch and YouTube and added it personally. It was like about 115K, which is obviously less than the actual just CBLOL stream of their previous weekend of like 160. Plus, they have a major Brazilian streamer who co-streams and probably eats about 60K people off that as well. So they have a huge viewership compared to us, and it's growing, and ours is dwindling. So people are talking about this is why we're doing this, is to help the death spiral, to help offset this. Unfortunately, the disposition of the Brazilian community has not been very good. They have been very, very... how do I put this? They've been very disingenuous at best, but they've been really mad, and they've been basically posting this meme of this dude who's naked that did this photo shoot that was basically... I explain this. Okay, so if this guy who's a famous athlete who was like cool with people being gay, but like it being a thing that was like endemically not cool and like to be openly supportive of gay people in Brazil, he did this photo shoot and it was him naked, and it basically was saying like, "Ha, I'm cool with this," but also people would meme it and turned it into a calling you gay thing by sending you this man, right? Okay. So people were sending you this image of him holding something over his crotch that said like a no sign through the LCS logo. Like they don't want us. They don't want our league. The way they see it is it's a bunch of losses. Unfortunately, I saw a lot of things that made me actually want to like really write a Twitter thread for the first time in my life. So I fucking went in. So here are my thoughts. The biggest takeaways of what the Americas League's LCS CBLOL merger would be: excitement for a new format, more cross-regional play hype, more money in the BR ecosystem from NA marketing. Actual biggest takeaway: Brazilians will call you a slur and ableist in the same sentence. Okay? So let the record show. Challenging a non-native English speaker with speaker's English reading comprehension is ableism, according to people who will take a dig at your appearance, sexuality, nationality, etc. in the same breath. Ergo, hate speech is forgivable when provoked. That is deranged. The good versus the few versus the good of all is evidently not important to the CBLOL fanbase en masse. Some surely like changes. Not everyone can be a dissenter, but largely the response is appalling. CBLOL gets nothing from this. LCS gets all the benefit. What the fuck? The NA ecosystem is widely known as the most important marketing investment opportunity among all regions for LoL, with the exclusion of maybe China currently, based on sheer size of fan base. It's where the money is made. It has to sustain the global LoL esports if we want it to survive. That is true. If the Americas fall and we do not have a fan base here anymore, the marketing opportunities, both globally and domestically, significantly drop the amount of money that Riot Games will bring in. It is an American-based company. Why owned by Tencent, a Chinese company, funded by the CCP potentially? It had nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the fact that the marketing opportunities in America are incredibly important.
Yeah.
The most important.
They're what drives the
Yes. So it's an absolute necessity, whether they like it or not, that we save this market. But now also you have the possibility to inject that market into your own ecosystem where you wouldn't have these opportunities before. This is where I start getting frustrated. Sorry. All right. Now, on to strength of competition. Adding cross-regional play and events increases the long-term health of player-based competitive environment. Saying CBLOL has nothing to gain from this and loses so much for LCS's failures, which is us having our own viewership, leadership, making terrible changes to format. 2 years ago, they switched our dates from Friday, Saturday to let Valorant have Friday, Saturday. So we had to play on Thursday, Wednesday. It was terrible. And then most recently, earlier this year, there was a 2-week period where we had like a break. And then when we came back, we were in like this smaller stage production at the Riot Games Arena that people were calling a closet with a cage match style to it, because VCT was happening on the actual stage. So we had to just make concessions for VCT.
Okay.
So, anyways, saying CBLOL has nothing to gain from this LCS failures is disingenuous at its best. It's really just a mouth breather take. I'm going to stand on that now for the future. Okay. Jose said, now the future can only truly tell what will actually happen. We don't really know this will save anything, but I don't know that it matters anymore. The more important thing is to address the flagrant hate aimed in the wrong place. Stop being mad at North America and start being at Riot Global Esports Team, who made this decision. No one in NA asked for this. We didn't ask to be merged either. We just heard rumors that it could be happening. We don't want to see more of our own brands disappear either. I understand they're losing formulas too, but for the record, we lost Team Solo Mid and Counter Logic Gaming, the two first organizations in League, the biggest brands in North America, and TSM, where you go to a global event to this day where they're not a team anymore, and fucking Chinese fans will be screaming, TSM, TSM. It's fucking part of the culture, okay? They both are out of the league in the last year. NRG bought CLG, TSM disbanded. They left. They said, we're going to go to another tier 2 region, and then they didn't go to another tier 2 region. They just didn't. Okay. So for me, like, I don't want this either. I'm just going to say, I don't want these brands to disappear. I don't want, even though there are teams who I don't like right now in the LCS, I don't want those two teams to go away. But I think it's what's healthy for the ecosystem.
Sure.
Absolutely important. So the two teams that will be cut this year are two. Let me rephrase this. So we don't want to see more brands disappear at the cost of tier 2 in the wake of CLG being gone as well in North America because they cut the funding there. But those teams were phoning it in. So the two teams that will be cut this year are two, and the 4 bottom CBLOL orgs are probably phoning in whether you accept it or not. So I wholly acknowledge the significance of CBLOL's academy systems, all orgs having a team. And particularly, this is a specific case, so I'm going to speak on this team called INTZ. They are the most storied brand in Brazil. They have won the most. It's been many years since they've won. They've kind of fallen off, right? But they were the big one, right? And Pain Gaming Academy very recently had players that they put on loan. They loaned them 2 players from Academy, put them into INTZ, and as well, guess what happened? This crazy thing. They went on a 7-game win streak and they almost made playoffs. So I understand there's these like really crazy storylines that happen with your own endemic players, even at the bottom of your league. And it's like, will they, won't they things. It's very exciting. I understand. That's like actually fucking cool. So, you know, that whole thing too. Let's see. Pain Gaming Academy players on loan recently, as well as bottom orgs, create exciting narratives when they go on a win streak, almost made playoffs, and shake up the status quo. That's when I say, that's right. I actually watch your league, just like I do all the other leagues. Because I fucking do. I love this esport so much. I will watch the bottom region leagues just to get anything more out of it. To get a little bit more analysis, a little bit more something.
Give me one more hit.
That's what I'm saying. Also, the BR chat is fucking fun to watch go in the Twitch chat. It's very funny. They are very funny. That being said, I think your passion, your belief in the BURGs is amazing, Brazilian fan base. But I think it's incredibly narrow-sighted. To act as if there's nothing to gain and only lose is not only obtuse, but it's just untrue. So let me lay some truths out there. I have watched and played League since before Season 1 Worlds. Facts. I have watched Brazilian players ruin games on the North American server before the Brazilian server existed. They used to sit in my games and fucking you had 4 American players, you're 1 Brazilian. Oh, they're going to run it down and ruin the game on purpose because they don't like Americans. And then they'll go ja in the chat the whole time.
Ha 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 ha.
So, toxic then, apparently even more toxic now. This behavior is why I mute all every game. To this day, I will /mute space all every single game because I don't want to talk to anyone who's not already my friend in that game. I don't need to hear it. I'll say toxicity is pervasive in LoL in general, but the frequency of xenophobic purposeful game ruining because I don't fucking speak Portuguese is insane. That was like constant. And I have friends who will back that up. So if a Portuguese speaker criticized me for not speaking Portuguese, I would simply agree because it's true. I do not understand the nuances of your language, but in these interactions, truth was not the guiding force, obviously. Feelings clearly were. When you're in one breath, insult somebody's intelligence or insult their body or like their appearance, but then you're going to tell them that you're ableist for challenging your comprehension of English. I don't think you know what ableism is. I'm just going to say it. So I would not accuse a Portuguese speaker of fucking ableism of all things for that. But I would agree, I don't, because that's true. I just don't speak Portuguese. I'm missing the nuance. Inform me. That's the kind of person I am, where I would want to be made knowledge of a situation rather than try to be ignorant to one. Anyways. But what would not be lost on me is an attempt to understand. Oh, look, I even said it. And that is where the CB law community has lost me. No middle ground, no compromise, no common enemy, just fuck the LCS. So in return, I say fuck the Southern Conference and CB law. Enjoy my following predictions. Number 1, your CB law teams will get better by the nature of stronger competition. 2, your economy and ecosystem will grow from better advertising opportunities from the U.S. market that were previously inaccessible. 3, your delusional beliefs on getting a second slot, specifically for CB law, is more. Sorry, second slot typo was I will not pay for premium to change a character. True. It is more realistic than ever in the new model and format, actually, but it will never happen. We will trounce you at every single time we play your teams because we are just better than you. It's been 10 years since the most exciting thing CB law ever did when Kaboom upset Alliance at Worlds. You will never have that moment again. And the reason leads me to my final prediction. Every good coach and player you ever produce from now on will come to North America. The dollar is so much stronger than NA that paying an LCS minimum or over, let's say 100K, for the record, LCS minimum is currently 75K a year. Okay? So let's say you pay them 75K. We could do the conversion on that, but the amount of money they make is astra-fucking-nomical. Okay? And also, when you're on these teams, you're often provided living space and meals, so you're really not paying as much money out as you'd think you would be. It's like going out and like buying expenditures. Guess what? A humble man from Brazil who can like put money back for his family, probably not going to go out and buy all the bling in the world for himself. Probably going to save that money and send it back. Especially coaches, not just players. That's a big one. So what's going to happen is, let's say we give them 100K. That's an astronomical amount of money for them. They will not be able to turn it down for the sake of their family. But more importantly, I want to just sing this out because I did not put this in there. Oh, here it actually did. I'm sorry. So I said, enjoy bottoming out at Worlds this year. Enjoy your 1-0 loud again. Slot for internationals forever. And enjoy knowing that you will literally never be better than us. And all your best talents will become ours. And they will because they'll have winners mentality. Being on the best team with the most resources with the best chances of winning supersedes nationalism. Every single time. Final thoughts. The LLA, the teams we did not talk about who only have 1 slot per group, they should be really fucking outraged. Because they have 10 teams in their league. And they have a tier 2 system, and they are getting absolutely gutted. So they should really be that. Number 2, free Palestine. Number 3, if you use homophobic, transphobic, nationalistic language, you can promptly halt your own existence. I cannot say it in a less, I wouldn't say it in a more crass way, but then the tweet I saw as an example where I was like, I'm going to say that, it was suspended. So I was like, I'll dial it.
Oh.
And that's it, Fleep out. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. If anyone has any clear stances they need to know from me, this is where I'm standing on this. Keep the fucking hate speech out of your mouth. Fucking just chill the fuck out about fucking esports people. And as you saw, my tone was very explanatory and then very retaliatory by the end. Mm-hmm. I was tired of being called slurs by Brazilians by that point in the day. Yeah. So for the record, that's where I was at on that. That's where I stand on that business. I'm excited for the regional leagues, for more tier 2 play, involved in tier 1 play, for the opportunities for people to move up, just for the growth of esports. I love esports. I'm very passionate about esports.
I couldn't tell. It seems like you.
This
you really
at 2:30 p.m. on a week ago. You know what I mean? Like I was writing this 2 p.m. I was fucking cooking. Yeah. I was out here. So I just want to get that out of the way. And now we're gonna palate cleanse. Steve Carell.
Hello everyone, I'm Steve Carell. By now, you've probably heard about the Mega Minions. 5 minions with incredible power and 0 responsibility. But Despicable Me 4 is just the beginning. Presenting Illumination's Megaverse, 50 interconnected Mega Minion stories shared across a variety of mediums on an irregular basis for the next 100 years. From their debut in Despicable Me 4, the Mega Minions are charting a course from the big screen to the small screen, from the future of the present to the present of the past, and from stages of Broadway to the ice rinks of Jacksonville, Florida. Excited? You should be.
God damn it, Steve. The delivery was impeccable. You know what I mean? He really sold like this was going to happen. But a full slate is available on the Megaverse website. I know this is a meme, but like, Jesus fuck, it's good. All right.
I'm a private chef for a famous billionaire, and here's the average meal I cook. I start with chopping some green onions and shredding cabbage, and then I get into that wok. Then I keep chopping some...
Damn it! I lost to him. Again!
Oh, Mr. Kaiba, welcome home.
Quiet! Blue Eyes White Dragon Nuggies. Now.
But sir, this is the fourth time...
No questions. Just do it.
Amazing.
And see, I like those videos where they actually show the meals they cook for their billionaires.
For a man in finance, trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes. Finance, trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes. I'm looking for a man.
God, dude, this guy. Yes, I just wanted to share that I found a influencer who just pretends to be Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh. I love him. This is the good part of the internet. I love him. Be this way forever. Never change.
Earlier.
Yeah, dude.
The hellscape of
All right.
Brazilian League.
Now let's talk about something very important, near and dear to my heart. So Yahoo News report. Remember when Juul were taken off shelves 2 years ago? Well, the FDA rescinded its marketing ban on Juul Labs on Thursday, opening the door for e-cigarettes to come back into stores. And as this young gentleman reported from Dangly Sack, if they bring back mint pods, they may have to deploy the National Guard to stop White Boy Summer. Now,
yeah, I think
I don't think
flavors are coming back because
but
that's funny.
I was gonna say if mint and mango do return though, that's how it's about to be.
Well, like in Massachusetts at least, it's a state law now. You can't have flavored things, but I don't know if that's because of advertising to children. I thought it was its own state.
I have no idea. It's probably a state right issue is probably what it is. It's probably the FDA removing their own personal ban so that way they can make it a state right issue of who wants to ban what, so mass can continue to operate its way. But if we here in Missouri want some mango pods, we can get them. And dear God, I hope we can. About to be like this shit. Fucking Shaq and Kobe, this bitch. Fucking I'm with it, dude. Now that being said, I don't think that Zins are necessarily going anywhere anytime soon. Because we have enthusiasts like this gentleman alive. So months of addiction and scanning goods have culminated in a day that I'm looking forward to. The Zin Stone has been ordered.
He got a black stone grill?
Yes, with 7,596 points. And an additional 9 points to the We Care donation. But yeah, he used enough Zins to get a black stone. Incredible.
How much did he spend to get...
National supplies are received by less running a deal for free one exchange of your on-time demo. Jackson, that link looks sus. Order number showing. Yeah, I heard of. Thanks, Thomas. Congratulations on your achievement, Otto.
Wow.
But I think it's already too late, Eski. Breaking news.
Breaking news. This year's Pride Month has been cut short due to it being White Boy Summer. We're taking it back, fellas.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
But let's just check in with the Groundhog Day himself.
Do you think it's gonna be another White Boy Summer? I mean, 2021 was the OG White Boy Summer. But
I don't know. We might have to do like a Groundhog Day or something where I like I walk out of a strip club and if I see my shadow,
it's 6 more weeks of White Boy Summer.
Something like that.
How did you decide to originally call 2021 White Boy Summer?
I got a nice haircut and I was like, yeah, I think it's gonna be a White Boy Summer.
How are you feeling about the summer? Do you think it's gonna be
actually? Yeah.
Wow.
That is only a white boy would say that. Amazing, dude. All right, White Boy Summer is in full swing, boys. Get ready. Let your nuts hang.
All right, you know what time it is. It's God's Hate Spin Kick Test, June 2024 edition. First off, we're going to test some jeans. Oh, that can happen. Part 2, the all-new green
Red boxers,
short.
relax.
Here we go.
What the heck? God's Hate shorts. They get you where you need to go.
Hey!
All right,
incredible, dude. Shots Colin Young. I love that gentleman. All right. Anyways, now another Connor O'Malley.
You guys got a goon, get the positive vibes up in the ozone, kill out the negative vibes, you know what I mean? I've hugged over 1,000 strangers at the airport, part of the positivity force. Need anything? You good? You good? You good? You have to increase positivity through gooning. So you go online, you don't come. You just keep edging yourself. When I first moved to New York, I worked in PR, and we would get baked by Melissa's on every Friday. We did public relations for the band Bastille and the Today Show. And I worked with an insane group of cool girls. One night we were dancing, and I was dancing with Courtney, who I was in love with. And I just decided to lift up her shirt and give her stomach a little kiss. And she really didn't like that. She freaked out and she ran outside. She ran up the big stairs at Budokan, and I ran after her and I said, "Courtney, please, will you be mine?" And she said, "You're literally ruining my life because you make it so perfect." "Yes, of course, I want you to be my boyfriend." And then she lifted up her belly and her shirt, and I started kissing her belly even more. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a pedicab came by and ran over her body and killed her. And that's why I'm running for city council member of Chelsea, so that I can be elected and we can execute these pedicab drivers once and for all. I also have a lot of other very interesting ideas. We're doing mandatory open carry in Chelsea and everywhere in Lower Manhattan because it is still an active war zone according to the Patriot Act and the War on Terror. Please vote for me for Chelsea City Council.
Jesus Christ, dude. All right.
Yes, it was an Eski post right there.
Let's talk about TV. Let's talk about what's going on right now. Okay, we're in a hot boy time. We got Hot D back. Okay, it's a Hot D summer. It's House of the Dragon for those uninitiated. A little Game of Thrones, Game of Bones. Cool. Haven't watched episode 1 yet. We'll get around to it. That's certain. Okay, MILF Manor we already discussed, but I think it's important we talk about how the two leads of the biggest shows this month are Rue from the Hunger Games and the guy that impaled her with a spear. That's right, the Acolyte. And The Boys. Holy fuck, The Boys is back, and it's so fucking good this season. I want to watch episode 4 right now. I want to leave and not talk to you ever again, man. I want to watch TV, man.
Okay.
But I love you, man. So we'll make our fucking show. But isn't that crazy, though?
Yeah. How the turntables.
Well, what's crazy is how actually like young and spry he looks here, because he looks like fucking aged a lot. You know?
Yeah, he looks like a real boy.
Well, like, no, he looks like an actual young lad then.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like a young little man. And I was like, that's him. And then I watched the scene back. I was like, oh.
Oh, it is him. Mm.
All right, we got to check in on the favorite family of America. The Costco family's there. Now, have you kept up with their videos at all? Have you seen the boom meter? Probably watched the boom meter last time.
Boom or bust, right?
Yeah, no, it's the boom meter. And it's every time they like something, they just give it 5 booms.
Okay.
And this is his younger brother, the Rizzler. They call him the Rizzler. That's the actual graphic.
Dude, we're so fucking cooked. I can't believe this shit right
everything now. On the boom meter gets 5 out of 5 booms, and I'm starting to question the integrity of it.
Yeah.
But what I also learned is that the dad is a former wrestler who was like an American themed wrestler, and his name was like Eric Justice or something like that. Like it's so bad, dude. It all checks out now. And also he does the face so well. He mews so well, dude. What the fuck? All right. Yeah, this is the Joey Chestnut thing. This is the actual tweet. And as you see, like I said, there's all this bullshit. Yeah, me and the boys shutting down the freeway in protest of Nathan's hot dogs. Okay, very cool. But see, where's the 3? Fuck that.
Yeah, follow the actual tweet format, dumb fuck.
You get what I'm saying?
For sure. White bread with margarine is just the best thing since sliced bread.
Okay, you're an awful person. I would love it if you literally died, get dying.
That was out of pocket.
I don't really care. You are attracted to children. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. Get dominated.
You are in serious trouble. Where you live, I know that area well. You don't want your neighbors to die.
I don't care.
Incredible. All right, now for our new segment I'm calling This Week in Hardcore, as I always show a clip from Hardcore. You ever see a motherfucking Healy across the pit? Fuck yeah, dude. If I saw that, I'd be so hyped. All right, and now actually something doesn't have me hyped. This Eminem, this clip, right? So he posted on his own Twitter, I do my own stunts, Houdini video behind the scenes. Don't try this at home.
Don't try this at home. I do my own stunts.
Again. Shady's back.
Oh, you want me to smash my fucking face? I can't control my cake, man. I cannot be responsible for my cake.
Don't do the recoil.
That was my head bouncing off the carpet.
No, that's you going like this.
Can you make my nose not as fucking pointy?
Have you seen this music video?
Yes. Okay. But only after I saw this video.
Oh, I tried to tell you about it. And you were like,
I know, and that's like, I don't care.
I need a break.
Well,
But he's
now
funny.
you cared.
But he's funny, and that's why I was like, oh, okay, I mean, it's kind of funny. But that's kind of funny.
You like the roll? I thought I killed it. Yeah. Oh, wait. Wait, how am I gonna... I can't turn my head that way. Marshall! My shoe just came off. Don't try this at home.
He's funny, dude. He's a
an
little,
actor.
and he's a little fudgy too, so I think it's funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
but reason because I thought I killed it. I just cackled, and
You
I was
see
like,
that roll?
I was
thought
like,
killed it.
I thought he's pretty funny. All right, let's talk about actual music news real quick. So last night on Amazon and on Twitch, it was streamed the Kendrick Lamar pop out show, which is why we could actually we could actually react to this because it was a streamable event. And oh boy, was it an event! So Kendrick Lamar played 23 songs, opening with Euphoria, playing a bunch of fucking hits, having a bunch of people come up on stage. However, he did play Not Like Us 6 motherfucking times at the end. Maybe 5. Yeah. So let's start with the clip from the start of the first time, which is when he introduces it with Dr. Dre after doing 2 Dr. Dre songs with Dr. Dre.
You ain't gonna say nothing else before, we continue to party?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just need a moment of silence for this. Psst. I see dead people.
Hey, must have on a beat, how deep, bro. Any rap nigga, he a freak, though. Man down, call an ambulance, tell him breathe, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like, what's up with these ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many I really got?
First off, he fucked up. Now I want you to take a very close look here. Look at his shoes. He's wearing Nike Shox.
Oh.
Drake fucked up when he fucked with the man rocking Nike Shox in 2024 is all I'm saying. You picked the wrong fucking dude. That is the shoes of a literal murderer, if I've ever seen one.
Beat your ass and had the Bible of God watching. Why is he walking around like Urkel, dude?
Because he's fucking killing it.
That crowd is fucking insane.
Yes, it is.
That's incredible.
The camera work is incredible. Wait, watch how he holds it. Watch how he holds it. God, I love him. He's just taking it in, baby. He's just taking it in, and then he just kicks the song back in. Okay, there are parts where he kicks the song back in for the third time. He doesn't do the whole first verse. He lets the crowd do it. They are so fucking loud. It's insane, okay? But also Tyler, the Creator, performed at the Pop Out, too. And this is the response to Earthquake. Like, the crowd actually, they fuck with Tyler. So all of California was coming out. Okay? You hear that crowd? Dude, LA was crazy last night. Okay, 20,000 people sold out. All right. Now let's add a little context to this.
Oh,
yeah, he went in.
Back.
So for those of you guys who are like really caught on the whole, certified lover boy pedophile A minor chord bullshit, the song "Not Like Us" is not particularly about how he's not, Drake's weird and he's a pedophile and how he's like that. It's that he's trying to cop the swag of everyone in California. He's trying to be like us, and you're not like us. And that's why he chose his outfit the way he did, to remind everybody what this is about. This is the California shit. This is that West Coast shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is what this is. You don't fuck with the West Coast. That's where Drake fucked up. Now, not only were people like The Weeknd spotted at the show or LeBron James in the crowd singing every word of Not Like Us, but he also had people come on stage too, including like DeMar DeRozan, Russell Westbrook, who looked happier to be on stage than he does to play basketball anymore, and many, many others. They recreated the To Pimp a Butterfly in a black and white picture taken of everybody who was on the picture, like on the stage together, including people who weren't in the picture. Yeah, no, very cool, right? But this is a general consensus of a moment for someone who was there. You got Crips and Bloods dancing together on stage on Juneteenth to a fucking diss track. I don't think anybody has ever been hated this much.
I mean, fucking incredible.
The Juneteenth thing, I didn't even think about how crazy that is too.
That's true.
Yeah, man. Equally crazy, right? So let's check on how DJ Academics is doing, right? This is from that same clip, right, of the A minor thing. So we'll pick it up from where a decent spot. We don't need to show everything DJ Academics has done or will do or whatever, but I think it's important to represent.
You got to get through those assault and battery charges first.
I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talks to him and they're in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from them. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand me down and party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baka got a real taste. Why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedestal.
The camera angle there.
I'ma do myself. Why you pulling like a bitch? Ain't you trying to strike a chord? And it's probably.
Oh, he just holds it, dude.
Yeah, Ack is.
Now Ack also had some moments where he was like incredibly grateful that he skipped a diss on Ack. Like he makes one of the songs. I believe it's in Euphoria.
No,
is that right? No. What song is it in?
It's the 616.
Yeah. Yes. No. Not that one. The other song.
Looking compromised.
Yeah. Not that. No. He didn't do that song. It was what was the song that he did a feature on that started this whole fucking thing?
Oh, Like That.
Yes, it was Like That. That was what it was. So they played Like That, and then he skipped that line about Ack in there. And I was like, cool. So Ack made it out alive. However, someone should check him. He might Kermit sewer slide. This is Pac probably in heaven right now, accurately.
True.
And this is probably where we're going to end the bit. Dear Diary, everyone that does a set on the Pop Out Show by Kendrick is not my friend anymore. I'm cheesing fan. Aubrey. I also saw another one where they wrote a line, like this picture, and it was like just talking about like the Pop Out or whatever, but it was actually a real fucking hard bar, and I was like, don't give that to Drake. Don't give him that. He can use it.
Well, he's going to use it if somebody else wrote him.
All right, now let's talk about my GOAT real quick, Dubin. He's doing funny things. I want to just show a couple ones.
Hey, I'm Ludwig.
And I'm Slime.
Me and this guy have had our differences over the years.
Like how I think should die in a paramotor accident.
But there's one thing we can always
He said Mark Rober.
That the Mint Mogul Moves hoodie was a success.
Oh yeah, this puppy made a boatload.
Exactly 1,100,000.
Please stop talking. Yes, the blue hoodie that defined an era.
That's right. It's green.
Wrong. Just wrong. It's blue.
It's called mint. What color are mint leaves? How is this what you still believe?
This is a green screen. A green screen. And you can still see it.
Oh, does it scare you when I'm correct, Ludwig? Are you scared right now?
Nothing you do could ever scare me, Slime.
Yeah? What if I took out every one of your teeth with a cinder block, Ludwig? A green cinder block, like this fucking hoodie.
So head on over to ludwig.gg to get your new Mint Mogul Moves hoodie with a brand new design on the cool blue mint fabric.
And I'll take your skin and I'll make it mine. How about I take your arms and I bend them in shapes that are never known to be arms ever?
I love Slime. That is all.
Cute. That was cute.
I like him, man. All right, let's see what else Ludwig is doing.
Michael built the most powerful Nerf gun, and I asked him to shoot me with it.
Oh, Michael Reeve.
Mistakes were made. Lily.
Mamma mia.
That hurts. Oh, that hurts a good bit. Is there a mark? Is there a mark?
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh! Is it not? It's not that bad, right? It's not that bad, is it?
Michael built.
I like how you hear Lily at the end. You go. She goes, blood, blood. All right, and now my
Lily. She's a Donald Trump supporter, so I can't.
What? I don't even want to get down on that bit. All right. Also, go check out Michael Reeves' new video. He built a car out of lime scooters. It's funny. All right. Last little love
Best
clip.
friend Slime. And this is him 1 year ago. Just come play basketball.
I don't want to play basketball. No,
This is why Love
Come
is
play
my
one
go.
day.
Because when I saw the thumbnail for this video, they've been referencing the basketball video for a while. Right? I knew this was coming. As soon as I saw this, I was like, oh, I'm gonna need to find the episode where they reference it. This is why Love is the GOAT. He did it
This
for
is my
us.
best friend Slime. And this is him 1 year ago. Just come play basketball.
I don't want to play
once.
basketball. No, I don't want to.
Come play one day.
I'm not
You
going to
like
play one
it.
day. It's
You'd have
boring.
fun.
Yan's
We have
there.
so many
It pisses
people
me
in.
off.
You probably don't want to come because you're bad.
I'm not bad.
Dude, you can't dribble a basketball.
You wouldn't know how to shoot.
This is beside
Do you think
the
that
point.
you could be a child who was good at basketball?
Absolutely, yes. I'm a grown man.
The best 10-year-old in the country.
Dude, I would dust the best 10-year-old.
Steph Curry, when he was a 10-year-old, you beat him.
How tall is he?
He's like 5'3".
Dusted. Immediately dusted.
If he's 6'3", he changes things?
Yes.
That's fair. That's fair. And today we're going to answer the age-old question: can a 33-year-old man beat a child at basketball? Wet.
I shouldn't have made it. I shouldn't have made it.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That was a good intro for a video. I'm in, and I did watch it. And boy, I tell you, you should watch this fucking video because it's good. All right, anyways, let's talk about video games real quick before we wrap the fuck up on this bitch. So the Summer Games Fest happened. Let's talk about some interesting things. Lego Horizon Adventures. No one cares. Woo! Something I care about desperately. Harry Potter Quidditch Champion set for all consoles. PC, December 3rd. This is where J.K. Rowling's opinions don't matter to me. Because this is essentially, if you ever played this game back in the day on PS2, Xbox, or GameCube, Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup, very similar game. Literally one of my favorite, like, weird, no one knows about this games. Have bought it in, like, the last 10 years again to play it. Will be playing this on day of release.
Absolutely.
Will be streaming this on day of release on September 3rd.
Okay.
Just want to be 100% clear. Cool. No More Room Health, don't care. Cool. Cuff Bus, don't care. Star Wars Outlaws, kind of cool. GTA, but Star Wars. Instead of having 5 stars, there's 6. Neat.
Civ 7.
Civ 7.
Okay.
Who played Civ 6 or 5 or any other ones? Don't care. Black Myth Wukong. Very cool. Souls-like game, but easier than most Souls-like games.
Black on Asian crime. Hell yes.
Yes, dude. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, October 11th. That's Dragon Ball Z Bukai Tenkaichi, but for the modern generation. 150 fucking plus characters. Big arena. Fucking explodable. Super fucking cool fighting game. Can't wait for it to come out. Freddy Bad Bear. Oh yeah, retro style Power Rangers game's coming out. It's a beat 'em up game. Looks really cool actually. This thing right here, this looks cool. This whole little arcade shooter thing, that looks very cool. Can't wait to play out my buddy Dakota. Shout out. Killer Bean, who fucking cares? Amogus TV show. Very cool. Dune Awakening, which is a alternate universe Dune game where there's no Paul Atreides, which makes no fucking sense to me.
I thought in this hour and 45 minutes we were going to go without Dune posting, and there you fucking go, Fleeb.
New skate game coming to consoles this fall. Playtesting, possibly 50-person servers where you can skate together. Valorant is coming to consoles. That's actually very, very soon from what I understand. Yeah, closed beta already began. Cool. Very neat. That is all I have from that. However, Nintendo Switch Direct also happened earlier this week. So, quick rundown of things that may or may not be serious. Eski, we're going to play a little game. Is it real or is it not? As reported by IGN, breaking, Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom announced Princess Zelda will be the protagonist. That's right, the cute little chibi style is not going away. I still want to kill myself. But, real or fake, Eski? What do you think?
That has to be... What? Because they did the chibi style for a cover. They didn't make their own game. This is fake. It has to be.
Incorrect. It's real. Moving right along. Next, reported by IGN. Once again, Super Mario Party Jamboree with 110 minigames is announced for Nintendo Switch in October 17th release date.
Probably real.
Yes, as once again correct, with Goomba Lagoon being a featured map we got to see. Very cool looking. I'm actually very excited for this. All right, now an incredibly important release being announced. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection, the arcade classics. 7 legendary games, including Superhero Collection, coming to Nintendo Switch, PS4, and Steam on 2024, later this year. Cool. It's going to have these
like they're
7
going
games.
classic.
Yes,
Going
these 7 games though. Okay, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. You have the Children of Adam X-Men game. You have the Punisher beat 'em up X-Men game. And then you have X-Men vs. Street Fighter, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, or Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom 1, and Marvel Superheroes.
And this is a console release?
Console, Steam, and PS4.
Jesus.
So Switch as well. Real or fake?
That's fake.
Incredibly real. In fact, actually did a historic thing. So there's this other website called Fightcade that exists right now. That what it does is it hosts online server games for old retro style fighting games, right? And last night, upon the announcement of this, Fightcade had servers break because they had the maximum number of players trying to play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 in excitement for this game re-releasing. So Street Fighter 3 that night had a server of up to 1,000 players. There was about 795. There was about it's a 500 player server for Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And it was full, and there was about 300 people waiting at any given point in time. So it almost doubled, if not tripled, in popularity in player base overnight in preparation for this release. And this is also announced with rollback netcode. What does that mean? It means when you play online against somebody, you're not playing peer-to-peer and hosting a server that way, which causes massive latency usually on those kind of peer-to-peer servers. What it says we'll do is we'll pick like an interval, like a 2-frame rollback, and when there is lag, it will compensate that. So naturally, it just deals with this. This is a thing that other fighting games that are popular for years, like Dragon Ball FighterZ, for example, came out in 2017, didn't have rollback netcode. For years, the community bitched and moaned when rollback netcode became the norm for other games. They eventually reintegrated it and got it to work, and they got rollback netcode in this game. So it's like the standard. So to have the best Marvel vs. Capcom game, being Marvel vs. Capcom 2, have rollback netcode in 2024 is a sentence I never thought I would say. I have that cabinet because I wanted to play Marvel vs. Capcom in an authentic way. That only had 1. I didn't even have 2 on it. I was pissed. I'm happy with it. I love that thing. I think it actually has Marvel Superheroes, The Punisher, and Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter on that cabinet as well. So I have like 5 of these on the cabinet. But the one I want to play, and the one that I have like the best rollback netcode, is Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I'm extremely excited for this. I cannot wait for this to come out. I will be playing a lot of fighting games this year.
Hell yeah.
All right. Donkey Kong Shit Fling Simulator. Real or fake?
Real or fake? That sounds kind of real to me.
It's fake, bud.
Darn.
All right. Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Real or fake?
That's got to be fake, right?
I don't know, bud. Let's see. South Park.
Okay.
Hello Kitty.
All right. Yes, it's fake. Thank you. We get it.
I don't play World of Warcraft.
Butters, you said you're on your computer all the time.
Yeah, but I'm playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Real or fake?
It has to be fake. They're making a South Park game a real one. Did they do Backdoor Sluts 9? Is that also a real movie?
No, but unfortunately, Hello Kitty Island Adventure is incredibly real.
It's Animal Crossing, but Hello Kitty?
Basically, yeah. Yeah. But either way, it'll sell like hotcakes. And this is an incredibly real game. So yeah, that's just my rundown of summer games announcements. That's what to expect for your year. Shadow of the Erdtree came out today too for Elden Ring. It's now also the highest rated DLC of all time. It suplexed the Witcher 3 Wild Hunts DLC out of its #1 territory for the last like 8 years.
Fantastic.
So that's pretty good apparently. Also crazy to be transphobic and play Elden Ring once again. All right.
Would you rather have dinner with Jesus or save the slaves?
Oh, shit. What if you had dinner with Jesus and he saved the slaves?
Oh, you think outside the box.
He's a miracle worker, ain't he?
Oh, gang. Would you rather have dinner?
gang. I want that as like a fucking text stone or something.
He's dressed like a coon. What the
Don't
fuck is he
you
doing?
Can't say it like that, bro.
He had a raccoon costume.
With a nickname, it's Grippy. Grippy. Grippy.
Yeah, it was a little grippy. It was a little grippy when he called it dead. All right, cringe.
Riding through St. Louis in a scat. This guy is going so incredibly hard.
Oh, that one had to hurt. This should have been in the White Boy Said summer segment, dude. For sure. Are you kidding me?
Fantastic. He's inspirational.
He was. Rule. Dudes do rule. All right. Here's an example of a dude ruling. So you're going to get very little context in English here, so I'll explain to you what's happening. But there is an English Japanese speaker who is asking some gentlemen walking in the street who are heavily tattooed in the open to take a video of him.
Minasan konnichiwa. You words. Hajimete. 7-Eleven. Onigiri kai master. Ja 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 ja. Ja 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 ja. Ja ja ja. Ja 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 ja. Itadakimasu. So, for the record, Eski, and for everyone who can't visually see it, those are two Yakuza members walking down the street. Because if you look like that and you're walking down the street in Japan, you are Yakuza.
And yet they're like laughing away at
and that
dude.
foreigner,
Like
they were fucking cheesed, fam. You know? They were absolutely fucking cheesed.
He knows he's actually their ringleader.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yakuza.
Konnichiwa. That was the fact that they thought it was funny.
7-Eleven.
All right, and with that, we're gonna wrap up the episode 110 podcast. Like, comment, subscribe. Before we get out of here, we got a little bit of music. It's Marcin with featuring Tim Henson. It's a classical dragon. Ooh. Okay.
Raindrop, drop top. That's not supposed to happen.
Subvert your expectations. Also, like, comment, subscribe. Bye. See you guys later.